I was very excited about my last vacation to Asia, and because it was an international trip, I wanted to get a travel credit card, so I would not have to pay for any foreign transaction fees. Unfortunately, where I went wrong was choosing the wrong travel credit card. I decided to go with the Bank of America travel card, and boy, was it a big mistake. I have filed a dispute with other banks and found they have always had my back if I did not receive what I bargained for. But in this particular case, Bank of America did not seem to care about my issues faced while traveling. Overall, the trip was amazing. I went to 8 destinations over 5 weeks, and it was only one hotel in the Philippines that made my stay a nightmare. While in Cebu, I selected the St. Mark's Hotel. It was a great location, had wonderful reviews, and overall was an upscale hotel for the area. Because this was an international trip, I of course booked the hotel a couple months in advance. This turned out to be a huge mistake that led to my first issue with Bank of America. But first, let me cover the exact issues I faced with the St. Mark's Hotel. First, right when I got there, they decided to fumigate the hallways right next to my room. They even sent me a letter stating that they apologized for spraying poison right outside my door. Unfortunately, I woke up sick with a sore throat the next morning and was sick for my entire stay there. Second, I was staying on the 5th floor, and there are consistent construction noises going on the 7th floor all day. Funny, I was not told about this until right before the construction started. As a consumer, it would be nice to know about any construction going on before I book my hotel, not after I've already checked in. Third, the elevator broke for a day and a half, and let me tell you, it's no fun when you're staying on the 5th floor with a knee injury. I even asked if I could move to a lower room, but was told I should keep waiting as it would be fixed soon. As it turned out, it took a whole other day for the elevator to be fixed. If that was not enough, on checkout, they wanted to charge me $1.50 for a stain towel, which was fine as they had my deposit, but they insisted that I sign a blank piece of paper. When I refused, they had their security guard, who was carrying a sawed-off shotgun, keep me there until I signed it. Take a look.
I can't leave, right?
I don't know.
So he's not letting me leave.
You're gonna make it clear first before you go there.
So I can't leave. They're keeping me here at the hotel, not letting me leave.
Now you would think when I called my credit card for a partial refund for not getting exactly what I bargained for, they would have my back, especially that I had all the necessary proof to go along with it. Because I booked my hotel more than 60 days in advance, I had no protection even before I stepped into the hotel. Here is what the consumer support agent Marco from Tennessee told me. Here, have a listen.
Okay, so you're telling me that if I book a hotel 60 days in advance, that I have no way to dispute this hotel because the limit is 60 days. Is that correct?
No, sir, that's not at all what I said. I said you stay, first off, you have 60 days from the closing date of a statement to file a dispute against the transaction. This transaction was 93 days ago. Okay, and you're trying to dispute a hotel that you stayed the full time for. You can't, your services were rendered. You went to the hotel, you stayed every single night. Okay, so regardless of whatever, you're not going to be able to dispute this charge.
Yes, I understand that. I'm just trying to take a record of what you're saying. I'm just trying to take a record of what you're saying.
This isn't an investigative process. I'm sitting there telling you cannot dispute the charge. Regardless of what you want to say or record or whatever you want to do, it doesn't matter. It's recorded on this end, too.
Interesting that he's telling me they're also recording. A bit defensive, huh?
Yeah, I understand that.
I'm telling you, I cannot assist.
I'm not arguing that.
Criminal investigation. I'm not in an interview. I'm telling you, you cannot.
I'm just trying to get to the bottom of it so I have a better understanding for the future. So is it 93 days from when I booked the charge? Is that the problem? Or is it 60 days from the closing end of the statement? Because you said both.
60 days from the closing end of the statement, regardless.
And how many days has that been?
Oddly enough, he never even answers this question because he doesn't even know.
No, it's out of the dispute time frame, sir.
Well, you knew the exact days from when I booked it.
Anyway, that's irrelevant to the reason that you can't dispute it, because I told you I was going to get it disputed for you regardless. But just based on that, and I can't, because the services were rendered, we can't use any of your proof. You stayed the entire time, and you can't dispute it.
So I don't have any protection then, right? Because first of all, I booked the hotel a couple months in advance, so by the time I stayed there, I was already past the 60 days. So is that true that I couldn't get help anyway?
No, like I've explained to you a few times, if you would have left when you got there, time the services were rendered, so therefore you can't dispute the charge.
So if I have a problem on checkout, there's nothing I can do. Is that right?
Correct.
Okay, and then also, I'm kind of clarify, you're talking out of both sides of your mouth on the 60 days. So if there's over 60 days from the last statement, I can't dispute it. However, you're also saying that if I would have left right when I got there, I could dispute it, even though that was also after the 60 days. So which one is it?
Now this guy just sounds confused about what the policy is, but it gets even worse because I actually tell him I have video proof of what actually happens. Now you would think video would be the best form of evidence, but wait till you hear Bank of America says about that.
Now, I have a video of them doing that. Now, you're saying even though I have a video of the incident, you're saying you can't use video to prove my case?
Yes, sir.
So you can't use video. If I take a video of someone...
No, we cannot use video.
Now this is all very disturbing, but let's hear what Caitlin, another customer service agent, had to say.
We can only base the dispute off the services you were supposed to receive from the hotel, which is a hotel room. If you receive the room and stayed the entirety of the stay, we don't have dispute rights against the charge for any portion of the billing.
It's funny, basically what she's saying is, if you order a suite and they give you the most dumpy hotel room in the place, you're shit out of luck. If you order a room and there's jackhammering next door, which has happened in my case, you have no recourse.
So they can do anything they want to me when I'm in the hotel room and I just shit out of luck?
So we can't base a dispute off of the information that you're providing because you got the room for the entirety of the stay.
So if there's hammering in the hotel and I stay there, I'm screwed. Even though I'm entitled to a quiet room, I don't get that, and then there's nothing I can do about it? Is that what you're telling me?
So we don't have dispute rights based off that because you chose to stay in the hotel.
So there you have it. The first guy tells me I can't get any kind of partial refund because I booked my hotel more than 60 days in advance, and you have to file a dispute within 60 days. So that's technically impossible when it's been 60 days before I even step into the hotel. The next lady tells me because I stayed there the whole time I can't get a refund. Even though they sprayed pesticides outside my room, I had to deal with jackhammering the whole time, elevator broke, and they held me at gunpoint when I was leaving. So there you go. I guess Bank of America is not the credit card I want to use because they didn't have my back, and I doubt they're going to have yours.